If you're a survivor of narcissistic abuse, and especially if you are feeling like it's taken a long time to heal, it could very well be besides the trauma bond and all the gaslighting and everything else that you've gone through, and it's all that, but there's also a very good chance that you are suffering from CPTSD or complex PTSD. CPTSD is a lot like PTSD, and the main difference really is that with PTSD, this occurs as a result of a single act of trauma or, a particular incident, whereas CPTSD occurs as the result of ongoing trauma, such as when someone has been kidnapped and held against their will for a very long time, such as someone who has been in an emotionally abusive situation for a long period of time. Another difference is that usually the person with PTSD at least knows where it came from. They know the traumatic event that occurred. The person with CPTSD probably can tell a lot of stories about different events that happened, but they couldn't go back to what was it? Where did this start? How did this all begin? Very rarely can a victim of abuse actually pinpoint the moment that abuse started. Because all along the way, the victim was also experiencing cognitive dissonance, and that's where your mind, your brain, is literally trying to come to grips with the two completely conflicting beliefs that it has about someone or a situation. Many survivors, if you were to ask, well, tell me your story, what happened to you? A lot would have a hard time even knowing where to begin, where to even start. Persistent feelings of emptiness or loneliness can be indicative of CPTSD. Other symptoms can include having a hard time managing emotions or also feeling a very intense, deep sadness. So these are just some general signs and symptoms to actually know if you have CPTSD or not. Does require the diagnosis of a physician or therapist or counselor. But seek help if you are feeling those symptoms.